So now that we have discussed the differences between the homogeneity and isotropy, uh, and that how we have applied this to the universe, we must now discuss at what scales this principle holds. For example, we know that if you are standing or if you are in the solar system, the surroundings or the space around you is not homogeneous and it is also not isotropic, because of course at some direction you will be able to see the sun, whereas in other directions you won't see anything, you will see empty space. So the homogeneity and isotropy are valid only when we consider the universe at some scales, some very large scales. So exactly how large scales are we talking about? Of course, it is not the scale of the solar system. It is also not the scale of a galaxy. The reason is that a galaxy, for example the Milky Way, has a spiral structure and it is contained in a plane. So you see, the direction which is perpendicular to the plane has a special direction, because there is no matter in this direction, but the entire matter is distributed in the plane. So it is definitely not isotropic and also not homogeneous. So the next the next structures we have are the galaxy clusters. Which are basically groups of galaxies nearby, which are gravitationally bound. But even the homogeneity and isotropy principle is not valid, because a group of galaxies, so here we have one cluster of galaxies, we again have a different cluster of galaxies which are separated by huge distances. So you see the homogeneity is broken because the mass is more concentrated at this point and this point, but there is nothing in between. So these points are different from the empty space. So again, the principle is not valid for galaxy clusters. So the next structures that we have, which are known as the superclusters and filaments. So filaments are basically when superclusters or galaxy clusters. So we have one cluster here, we have another cluster here, and one here and one here. So they form long web-like structures. So these web-like structures are known as filaments. So the homogeneity and isotropy principle is not valid there also, because the filaments are they are divided into various voids in between. Okay, so between two filaments we have a huge void. So the principle is valid at a much larger scale. So if we keep zooming out of the universe, so first we zoomed out of the solar system, then we zoomed out of our galaxy, then we zoomed out of the neighboring galaxies which form a cluster, then we zoomed out of the supercluster and filaments. So if we keep zooming out, ultimately we will reach a scale where even the web, which is known as the cosmic web, which is basically the structure that is formed by the filaments, becomes or appears to be more or less homogeneous and isotropic. And at what scale does this happen? It happens it starts to happen at a scale of which is greater than 100 megaparsec. It is a unit of distance. So how much is this? We can convert this in light years. So 1 parsec is a distance which is equivalent to 3.26 light years. And how is it defined? 1 parsec actually means 1 parallelic second. So this uses parallax for its definition. So we know that the Earth moves around the Sun in an orbit which is almost circular, and so 1 parallelic second is the distance from which the diameter of the orbit will subtend an angle which is 1 arc second. And how much is 1 arc second? So 1 arc second is basically 1 by 60 into 60, that is 3600 of a degree. So it is a very small angle, and this diameter is also very large. So we can sense that 1 parallelic second will be a huge distance, and that is exactly equivalent to 3.26 light years. And 1 megaparsec is actually 10 to the power 6 times 1 parsec. So this is 1 megaparsec. So 100 megaparsecs means 10 to the power 8 parsecs. So at this scale, and even greater than this scale, the homogeneity and isotropy principle is valid. So we see that the cosmological principle which says that the universe is homogeneous and isotropic is kind of an asymptotic relation. So the larger scales we take, the more exact this statement becomes. For example, if you consider a glass of water, so we can say that the water which is present here is homogeneous, but it is only homogeneous at this scale. So if we look at a glass of water at the atomic scale, we won't find homogeneity, because at the atomic scale, hydrogen is bonded with oxygen. We have 2 hydrogen atoms which are bonded with the oxygen atom, and this is the molecule which we are talking about. So at the atomic scale, it is not homogeneous. We have a heavy mass over here and 2 lighter masses. But at the scale of the glass, the homogeneity is valid. So that also holds true for the universe. So for distances greater than 1 megaparsec, we can say that the cosmological principle is valid.